Hello everyone, Lone Wolf Rick, and today I'm with Wolf Buddy AB, and we're taking a look around Las Vegas, and our journeys have taken us to Vegas Pointe Plaza. Let's kind of a look at the marquee board and kind of showing you what's here.
How long has this been here?
This has been here since the 90s. This mall here was the original mall that was going to be the factory outlet mall for Las Vegas. And they built this mall, and it started slowly filling up. It's like with all these factory outlet shops. And then off of Las Vegas Boulevard in Warm Springs, where the Las Vegas Premium Outlet Mall is now, south, that was called Bell's Outlet Mall, was the first name of that. And they came in. Of course, that was an indoor mall.
Right.
This being outdoor, and in summertime when it's 115 degrees, it went through, and it's like, and all these shops all moved down to the Bell's Outlet Mall and left this one completely empty.
That's too bad.
So it's kind of redid itself to where it's now. There's a lot of different places in here. And the main anchor is this Antique Mall of America, which actually has, I think it's like a 46,000 square foot antique mall.
Oh, really? So
they have all these different vendors and stuff sitting there. It's kind of like almost like an indoor swap meet kind of feel.
Right.
But they have mostly antiques and everything in there. So
it's a shame. I noticed there's a huge condo building over there, some new apartments across the street. You would think that they would build it back up if they could.
That's right. Now it's like there's a ton of like residents here. In the 90s, there was nothing. Right. It's like when you hit, it's
3 years
like,
ago, these weren't here.
Exactly. When you got off, it's like, this is like Las Vegas Boulevard South. And when you were traveling this way, none of this was here when this was built. So this was considered out of town, basically. Right. So once you kind of got out of town, it's like this was just, you know, a good stopping place or whatever. At least that's what they thought.
Going back to the freeway.
Exactly. But once it's like, you know, that company built the Bell's Outlet Mall, it was like, that was kind of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you on pause, and we're actually going to walk around. It's like the perimeter of the wall.
Take a look and see what businesses
Take a look at all the businesses that are in there. And we'll be back here with you in just a moment. All right, so we're worked our way, it's like in here to the mall. And we're just going to take a look at all the shops here, actually, and show you everybody who's here right now.
I wonder if they still have this antique, because the sign, oh, they do, it's open even.
I think some of these signs are just the old stuff. It's like before, you know, that were there, and they just put signs up over it.
Right.
One of these days, it's like, you know, not so much today because we're going to take a look at the whole mall. We will actually go in there and do a video from there also. Nice. It's like we've got this one, and there's a couple in like Boulder City antique stores. It's like that that will do videos. It's like on those also.
So this is the
directory. The directory is kind of blank.
It kind of lets you know what's happening in this mall.
This was just for so long was like just a forgotten mall. And, you know, and I get it. I mean, but if you look at how big this antique mall is, it's like from back there at the very beginning, and you come up here, this is still the antique mall right here. I think it's something like 46,000 square feet, which is kind of like grocery store size.
Right.
And me, and I'm kind of a geek when it comes to like antiques and stuff, so.
This was called Shoops. Thought it was going to be ice cream for a second, but.
So Shoops, so this.
Looks like a little store that's closed.
Yeah.
Maybe its own antique store.
Yeah, I don't know if it's part of the antique store or...
Yeah, I think it is, because it does have an arrow pointing to the front.
Very cool, huh?
It's
Yeah, I thought maybe it was a consignment store or something, but you're probably right.
Yeah.
So see, that's like the off. So it's like I think that's part of it too.
Right.
This is part of the antique mall also. It's huge.
Right.
But it's just all these different vendors inside there. So you kind of like buy a booth or whatever. And it's like, and then just set up. And it's like, and start doing business.
Think you could sell comics in there?
Looked like it, huh?
Maybe.
I'm not sure those are antique candles, but
yeah.
I'm sure there probably is some stuff in there that's probably fairly new stuff too.
Sure.
So.
So we have an open spot right here. Massage. Open City Spa. A beauty bar. It's closed. Oh no, it is open. The light's on.
See, they're still called tattoo parlors.
Yeah.
At least this one is anyway.
Yeah.
West Coast
Open
Tattoos.
7 days, 10 to 10.
West Coast Tattoos, that's kind of a, what if it's a franchise? Because I know I've seen more than like one, just this like West Coast Tattoos. So.
Not sure. Anybody's watching, put in the comments and let us know.
Exactly. Okay, so we have an empty spot there. We have a recording studio. Recycled furniture, although that looks like it might be empty too.
Right.
And then we've got a couple of 2 or 3 more empty storefronts here. This is a big store right here that's empty.
Yeah.
That goes quite a way back.
It'd be nice if they could revive this because there's quite a few things on this street.
Yeah.
Rubicon Club and Grill, and this is still open?
This is still open.
Nightclub. Point of no return on the strip.
Now, Stoney's country bar used to be in here, also out here too. And I think it was in this particular spot right here. And Stoney's is still here. Stoney's been around for,
Right.
wow, 20, 30 years here in Las Vegas. Country, they teach you line dancing and all kinds of country music, bull riding.
I was going to ask you if they have a bull in there. I've never been in there, but I think I will be going.
And so they had, I think they're in Town Square now, if I remember right, Stoney's is.
It's weird they don't have any. They don't really have hours.
So this right here, where this Rubicon is, it's like would be a pretty big place too, because this would have been the anchor
Right.
store right here of the mall.
And this is actually open?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Sounds like somebody's working inside. It sounds like they're
Remodeling
doing
or
actual
something?
work.
Oh, wow. So this store's empty, but this is another pretty big storefront right here. Hey, this goes back. So this is show you the size of the stores here. See, this was Stoney's right here. The sign is still in there. Coming to summer of 07.
So this was Stoney's. And it goes all the way to the left over here. Interesting.
So you can see these are pretty big storefronts or pretty big store spaces here. And I think all these is like are all empty all along through here. This store here at 252 looks like it was probably a clothing store at one time because it has the slatted type walls on it. It's just a real shame. You know, it's like, I mean, you can tell from even the parking lot, there's grass growing up through the, you know, through the concrete or through the asphalt and concrete. So you can kind of tell that a lot of these stores, it's like haven't had anything in them for a while.
Have a store, I would probably think of moving it to a more busy location.
It looks like they tried to, kind of like the mall out of Prim, you know, they tried to centrally locate all the businesses together over there.
It'd be hard to start a business here when there's nobody here.
That's for sure. You would have to have something that they're specifically coming to your area to look at. Now that scrapbook store looks like it's closed.
Yep.
Although I'm going to bet it's like this jiu-jitsu place is open. But see, that's something that somebody's particularly coming to.
Right.
You know, whether it's kids in training or whatever the case might be, you know.
It's dark inside.
I saw a trophy right in the front.
It's very quiet.
They're probably open. It's like, you know, when like school's out.
Yeah, they're certain
you have to do it for the
days.
kids or whatever, so. And then the rest of these stores all look empty also. The management office is the very last building over there.
Yeah, but that looks closed.
Yeah, really, huh? We do have a, what's this, maybe like a preschool?
Looks like it. An old preschool. Look at the little house there.
Yeah, I can see where the grass is growing in between the concrete right there, huh?
Yeah. It would definitely be closed.
I would bet the pandemic probably closed down quite a few of these places also, you know?
Right.
Because this was a pretty big place also.
Yeah, they took down the sign too. 24/7 childcare.
Now they actually had like church services here too. This is called the Decades Event Center.
No events going on.
They do have a website, www.decadeseventcenter.com. So you can see what, I guess, events it's like we're going to be there or whatever,
Right.
maybe.
Maybe if it opens up.
Now there are cars parked here, so
my place.
I would say there's something open around here, huh?
They're having a service. It's the sign up here.
Another church. But they have like a padlock and chain on the door, so.
I think you come in.
Oh, maybe it's this door right here, huh? So that looks like it's part of the church also in this building. It says Kids of the Kingdom inside there. Looks like they're maybe doing some remodeling work or whatever in this one, huh?
I wanted to.
Another church right here, or at least used to be a church. Maybe it still is. Jubilee Banquet Hall. Huh. And a wedding chapel too.
It's a pretty big banquet hall. And you could get married. Or at least you could pre-COVID maybe.
Right. Well, they have a sign. It's like a thing that says masks must be worn inside. So I would say that's probably still open maybe.
Yeah. They look pretty nice inside. It's all somewhat decorated with the tables and the chairs. It's a nice little wedding area for a small family or friends.
Yeah, I would say that's still operational, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, could you imagine back in the day when they first built it, be like a Nike store and
Sure.
you know, everything that you see, it's like, you know, at all the outlet malls.
Maybe this was a restaurant of some kind.
I'm thinking so too. It did look like it was a restaurant. There's no signage or anything. But that would have been a pretty big place too, because there's a main entrance down there.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been like this whole area too.
No sign.
So there's no signage out here.
Top travel.
Yeah, it was a travel agency at one time, huh? That's a big place for a travel agency. Holy cow. I think that's a big space for a
That's a
travel
big
agency.
Like it might have been part of that as well.
There's nice stores in there, you know?
Real estate. This was real estate. They left their map on the wall.
Yeah.
Looks like it was another eating place.
Subway.
Yep.
This store is temporarily closed.
And there they are at the outlet mall. They moved, I bet.
I bet they did too.
Everything is cleared out.
But you know what? It still would have been open at one time because they had the spacing,
right,
in between the tables there. So I would say they just couldn't.
The corner, I think there's 1 or 2 stores open here.
Yeah, isn't there like a vape store here?
Right.
And, yeah. The Subway sign is still there.
It's temporarily closed. We have the smoke shop.
So the vape store's still open.
And the spa is closed. So that's the only store that's open here. Of this entire mall. The Antique, Mall of America, and the vape store appears to be the only open locations in this mall.
Well, it's a real shame.
Maybe the recording studio.
Yeah, because that probably would have been by appointment anyway.
Right.
And it's like I was probably right, because there's a sign on the thing that says resale clothing. Where I said that one looked like it was a consignment store with the clothes in it. So, but that didn't look like it was open either. But there's all the inventory was still in there. So.
No. So the ones for sure we know are the Antique Mall of America and this vapor store, and possibly the No Label recording studio.
It's a real shame. It was like, because like I said, it's like I remember I lived here, and when they were building this, everybody was excited. And everybody was like just
homes surrounding this mall, or this used to be mall.
Yeah, it's just a real shame, you know. It's like, because I said everybody was excited, because you know we would drive from Vegas and you had to go to like
right, to
Barstow. Basically, it's like to get any of your stuff. It's like, you know, as far as outlet store, and everybody goes shopping. And like I said, when they built the Bell's Outlet Mall, which became, it's like the Premium Outlet South, it's like that just killed this mall.
It was called
and it's still
Stores of America. I can see the sign over there.
Yeah. And it's still just kind of a dead mall, realistically.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it's like the antique mall's the only thing that draws people in. So
I think it would take some remodeling of this entire mall to grow business.
It's just a real shame. So anyway, this is the Vegas Pointe Plaza. Lone Wolf Rick with Wolf Buddy AB, and we just thought you might find the history of this mall interesting. Anything you want to add, or anything?
No, thank everybody for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's like we definitely appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We would definitely appreciate that. It's like we travel and do these travel vlogs. It's all the time. You know, to just see what's going on around Las Vegas, around Nevada, and around America. So everybody take care of yourselves, okay? Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. And bye-bye.